Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and today I wanted to go ahead and give you guys an update on the reconstruction of the Wildwood Boardwalk here by the Convention Center. Before I do, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. Now, for those who have no idea what I am talking about, last year towards the end of the summer, the tram car had to stop at the Convention Center because right over here, the supports, well, let's just say they were starting to fail, and as a safety precaution, they went ahead and said, we're going to go ahead and just stop the tram car over there and block off this section so that no one gets injured. The second that happened, the city had to put together some kind of plan to go ahead and put new supports under this boardwalk. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a tour of what it looks like above and below ground, starting off at the main section where they had to replace the concrete work with what looks like just to be regular wood. Now, as I just said, this was originally concrete and this was falling apart, and luckily for us, they went ahead and replaced the concrete with regular wood. Now, there's no word whether or not they're going to make this into concrete, but for now, this would at least get us through the summer very safely. As we're making our way down the boardwalk, you can tell little stripes here and there. Those are brand new boards that they replaced. Now let's go ahead and jump under the boardwalk to show you what it looks like underneath. Now behind me is the old wood from the boardwalk on top. They went ahead, of course, they ripped them up and then put those new boards up there. It also looks like where those new boards are probably where they had to lift up the boardwalk and put the supports underneath of it, because as you see under here, they were drilling down long poles that look like to be anywhere between 18 to maybe 25 feet deep into the ground so that when you walk on top of it, the pavement is supported. And here you can see an example of that. These are pilings that they drove into the ground here. And then on top of that, they put it right here on the concrete work. As you can tell, it's obviously not done yet. I mean, this is not connected to anything and the wood's not even put together. They still have about a month to finish this project, and they still have a lot of their stuff on the beach. So there is still a ton of work for them to do. Now I'm gonna go ahead and probably start by the Convention Center and make our way down this way, just underneath, just so you can see what it looks like so far. Now, what is really cool, and hopefully something you guys could answer in the comments section for me, because I know nothing about driving pilings into the ground, but in order for them to go ahead and drive it down, they had to remove those two pieces of boards above. As you can see on the boardwalk, those stripes, those are boards they removed to put the pilings down. But what's interesting is that once they get it down, they then had to somehow push the pole over to get under the concrete. I mean, here you can see that this is supporting the concrete at this point. But I'm like, how did they do that? They had to drive it down and push it over without breaking the wood. Now, I'm assuming that that's where this is going to come in. These will probably be cross braces. Somehow, maybe they'll push it in and then drill them together. Very interesting. Here you can see where they had to cut the wood in order to get the piling through. So now we're currently at the section on where they had to remove the concrete and add boards above it. And it looks just like the boards that we normally see. So, I mean, you compare this to this right here, it's the same thing. It's just, once again, a temporary fix until they're able to get more money to do the concrete work. Now, I don't know if that's a part of this project or is that part of the $40 million plus we need to fix the entire boardwalk. Now, one great thing about this project that not many people realize is that not only are they fixing the part where the supports were damaged and the tram car couldn't go over, but they're also fixing a larger stretch of it from over here from the convention center to all the way down there past the Wildwood sign. Yeah, I mean, they're really taking this to heart and going full blast. And I wanted to share with you probably the worst section of the boardwalk right here, where they had to go ahead and put this support in at the end of last year. And then over here, they went ahead and added in the pilings. This looks like it's coming together very nicely. I mean, they're putting, looks like double the amount. I'm assuming they're gonna go ahead and keep this one and have this one as a secondary one. But this looks really good so far. Now, I took a step out from under the boardwalk because you guys have been asking me so many different questions about the equipment that's on the beach. We have two different projects going on right now, so I want to share with you the different things we have on here. Behind me, you'll go ahead and you'll see the wood and the forklift, even though it's a Caterpillar, but it has a forklift on it. The forklift over here, this stuff is used for the boardwalk. These are the supports. And when you're building the boards itself, sometimes there's this double 6-inch, I think it's like 6x2, I want to say, or 6x3, that they put long ways to put the boards over top of it. And that's what this is used for, versus the stuff that's down here. This stuff's the heavy dutier stuff, and this is what's used as the beam that runs down the middle. I don't even want to guess, but that looks like a 10x6. I have no idea. I'm not a carpenter. Now, if we move down the beach, you'll notice another crane right here. Let me walk down there and share that with you. Now, this is the tool, this plus the crane, is the tool that they're using to hammer into the sand to get the pilings down. It's insane how big this thing is. I didn't realize how big it was until I got in front of it. It is massive. I mean, I was saying before that it looks like it's going, the pilings themselves are 18 feet, but it almost looks like it's more than that. Now, you're probably asking yourself, because I asked myself this question, hey Joey, what is this hose for right here? The answer to that is I had no idea, so I asked a buddy of mine who deals with this kind of stuff, and he explained to me. What's great about this tool right here, it's not just a piece of metal. What happens is that they hook this up to some kind of water pump system to push water through this hose, which then goes to the very tippy top of this and shoots down here. And at the very bottom, it shoots out. Right at this point, right over here. Yeah, I know, it's a bad angle, I'm sorry. And then when they're piling it into the ground, or at least when they're shooting water out of it, it actually spreads the sand down, and then it allows it to go down even more. So depending on what kind of system they're using, they could be hitting it as a hammer at the head right here, which it doesn't seem like it, but if they are, it'd be a vibrating tool over here as it pushes it all the way down, or the weight of this plus the water just actually spreads the sand and makes it go down. I'm not sure on which method it is, but it's a pretty cool tool, right? And now I'm going to continue walking down the beach to share with you the other equipment on here. So far, those two things have been just to repair the boardwalk. Now, if we go down here by the Ocean Towers, you'll notice that there are a couple other machines. Now, the other equipment is used for a separate project. That project is replenishing the beach in North Wildwood. What they figured is that they could go ahead, and I don't know if you noticed over the past few months, there have been sand mounds all the way over here. So they've been using those diggers over here to dig up the sand, to put them in piles, and then when it came time to replenish the beach, they would put them on trucks and drive them all the way down to North Wildwood. Now, I do have a video on that I'm probably going to do for you guys in about a week. I don't know yet, but that in itself is very impressive. So that is my update on the boardwalk project. Yes, they still have a lot to go, but they're doing a fantastic job so far. Thank you to the city of Wildwood. They really do have the best interest for us, and they do such an amazing job to get this boardwalk ready for us to enjoy and make memories on every single year. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey, and as always, I'll see you guys on the beach. See ya, bye.